Here are the Nano Nitro Playground Habitat set by HexBug, new for 2016. I've built the set just like it's shown on the box. There's also one included HexBug Nano Nitro with batteries included. Let's get him buzzing around and you can see how much extra feistiness these bugs have. At the back there you've got a merry-go-round, which is one of the playground features, and the front here you've got this horizontal roller, and now it moves a little bit and the bugs can actually go underneath here, which is quite good fun. Is he going to do it on cue? Not quite. Now I've got all the doors open and closed relatively, but you can open and close your doors as you wish, as you expand, and you can actually remove the sides if you have these hex cells adjacent. Now they're all completely interchangeable with these clever hermaphrodite sets, so they have a male and a female part and they connect. You can either connect track or hex cells, straight pieces or curves, or even with the special white connectors, the tubes that you've got at the back there. And of course those orange tubes can only be traversed by HexBug Nano Nitros, he's on cue, and or HexBug Nano V2s. Now as you saw, he went up on his back, did a loop, came along here on the front, and then of course upside down. So these guys can absolutely travel really well on their backs. I'm actually going to deliberately put him on his back now just to show you. So he's quite happy going along there on his back. Now in this hex cell I've put all of the 3 flip gates. Now these flip gates are angleable and it means you can influence the direction of play. Now as you saw, he self-righted himself, which these guys are also very good at. I'm still trying to keep an eye out to see whether he actually gets to go underneath this roller. So hopefully I'll keep an eye on him. So these flip gates, like I say, you can angle them, and he's more likely when he encounters one, so I've got him in a little bit of a trap there, so he's going to have to reverse and bounce around. Until he does, he's going to spend a bit more time there. But because I can actually angle these cells, I can influence it. So if you're coming out of here, he's more likely to then hit that and go to the left. Similarly, I can have it set that these are in a line or almost blocking off a whole section. So let's do that. There we go, I've made a little line there. So that he's almost certainly going to go straight in to the curve. And of course, they are random in their play and then go where they like. Now, there's certainly more HexBug Nano Nitro packs available. They're available both singly and this very economical 5-pack, which means once you've got a few more Nano Nitros, you're going to want to insert them into play. And absolutely, why wouldn't you? It's a playground set. So I'm going to pop in a Nano Nitro orange, a grey and a white with green inside. Now I think about 4 for this set is about right, because too many and you risk collisions and jams. So in these tubes you can get 2 going up or 2 going down at the same time, but if 2 go up and 2 go down at the same time, you can get little log jams, which isn't the idea. Now these guys are jostling in this kind of little dead end trap that I made, and that isn't really what I want to do. I want to keep the flow going. And what I also want to do, when I eventually see one of these guys go underneath this horizontal roller, I also want to make a little bit of a maze challenge, and I'll show you how to do that, very simply. Now, of course, you can rebuild this set. It's very much for playing. You can put the hex cells together and have one big area, or you could actually make a little simple maze setup. Now, what I'm actually going to do is just shut this gate. And by shutting that gate, I've defined a starting point, and I can have a starting point to see which is the first one to get through here. Now I'm really keen to see this blue bug go underneath that horizontal roller, but I've also noticed I've got 2 of the Nitros on their sides, unable, and they're a little bit jammed here, they need a little bit of a helping hand now and then, unable to sort themselves out. Now a lot of the time they can, so he was on his side and he's self-righted, the grey one's pushing him, and he's going to watch himself self-right again a bit later. So no, he's staying on his side. Now in the tube there's not enough room to self-right, so that's where they can get a little bit stuck, so you need to keep an eye on them, and they certainly can't climb on their sides. So what I was going to do, now unfortunately that blue one has not yet gone underneath the roller, but he's spinning it, which is quite fun, and possibly he needs another friend in there to jostle. Yeah, a light touch on the back was enough. But anyway, what I was going to do now is have a little maze effect. So they're all going to start here. Let's see who can be the first bug to get to the winning cell and go under the roller. Now they might not actually go underneath the roller, but let's see. So I'll set the doors and the gates in such a way that they're going to be quite stuck in here. I've made this a real maze in its own right. This hex cell is really quite tricky. He's going to be stuck there. Now I'm going to be generous and I'm actually going to send him back in, and what I should do, to be fair, is close that door, because that way this was the entrance and I've just manually shut the door because that's how I want them. Now unless that orange bug can get through, and the white bug and then the grey bug. I think that's fair. The grey bug was the last one to find his way out of this cell. Now of course they can come back, so he's not that clever, neither's a grey bug. They like the maze area. Now the blue guy, very clever, has already managed to get to the cell, but I was really keen to see one of them get underneath this horizontal roller. And I'm going to watch them do that for a bit. Haha! Now then, he's nose-dived underneath the grey, and because of the spinny flap gate, he's a little bit stuck on the peg. So even though the blue guy, I was just saying how clever he was, the grey guy's just shot ahead. Now if he can get under that roller, I'm announcing the grey guy the winner. Now of course, if you've got other track from either HexBug Nano 1s or 2s, it all works. I show in a lot more detail. I'm really determined to see this grey guy go underneath here. He's spinning the roller really well. All these tracks work, and I show it in a lot more detail in the slingshot review. So if you want to see a much longer video that explains and shows lots of climbing, vertical, twists, barrel rolls, then do have a look at that video. If this blue guy nudges the greys back, is he? No, he's not forcing. Is he pushing him away? I think he's, even though he's on his side, he's interfering with the grey guy trying to win. Now that is not the idea, Orange HexBug. You're not meant to be on the merry-go-round on your side, so I'm actually going to self-right him, and I'm going to do this on the blue bug, just because. Okay, so he's having fun. I think the grey guy is definitely the winner because he's the only one that stayed there. He knows what he was doing. Easy enough to enhance and expand the set. So if you've got some old track, as I was saying, you can just, you know, for example, I could connect a tube up from there to there, undo this, or move this around. Lots and lots of options. It really is endless. I love HexBug Nanos, the way that they have this wonderful ability to play and do their own thing. You can do races, maze challenges, there's battle arenas. You can get them solving things, you can get them charging around together in teams. So if you've got a couple of blue bugs, great, that means it's a blue team versus a couple of red bugs, red team. So lots and lots of things you can do, absolutely love them. It's a great starting point. There's not too much climbing track in this set, but add this to the slingshot set, or if you've got old original V2 set, and I'm going to quickly pop in an old V2 bug. There's a V2, single green, V2, straight on the merry-go-round. They always love that. I used to find some of my maze games where they're just stuck on the merry-go-round, so I'm going to deliberately just show he's a V2 bug by letting him climb. Not so good on the back, as you can see, so he's immediately on his side, which isn't clever for going down, and that's one thing that these guys have really improved upon greatly with their 5, I'm going to call them antennas, on their back. Really does make them a lot better than the old V2 bugs. So the V2 bugs can absolutely play with these Nitros, but don't be surprised if the Nitros beat them up, race them out of the ground, and are certainly much better at self-righting. And although the grey guy has managed to get himself on his side, he's laughing, and this white bug's now having a go, and they seem to love just spinning this. I'm going to actually make the V2 guy come over here now. I'm going to just see whether the V2 guy was any better on the rollers. Same kind of technique. They like to spin these rollers. They really do need a bug just standing behind them, pushing them to go through. So it's a team effort. So I'm going to say blue and grey were the 2 winners. They're the 2 first ones here. Blue actually got here first. Thank you. Well done for coming back. But actually, team effort would have needed the grey behind him. So there we go. As we end the video, blue's back where he should have been. Victory position. Green helped him. He actually went through because the green lifted the roller. So maybe the V2s have got a use there. Well done. So they're all having quite good fun in the end result. Simple little game battle there. Great fun. Lots more videos to come on my channel. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please feel free to like, subscribe and comment. You know the video's over, right? What, you want me to get the bug up that really tall? I don't think I can. I'm not sure I can make it fly that high. I was perhaps a little bit overconfident when I said it at the beginning, because every time I shoot a bug high, it goes right over and into another room. I think I need to have this a little bit longer. Whoa, that yellow one nearly went in. Oh, there goes my white bug. That was close. Do you know, if I can't do it before I run out of bugs, I think I'm going to call me, oh, a failure. I was going to say I'm a failure. I was down to my last 2 bugs. I've only got so many HexBug V2s. Okay, grey bug wasn't turned on, but you get the point. The green guy would love to have another go. And let's see if I can do it with a turned on bug. No, but he's bounced back. I like it when they bounce back. Bouncing back means they won't have another go. No way was I going to do two, but I got one in, so I think I'm going to pat myself on the back and say again, thank you for watching and hanging around. Really, the video's over now, guys.